Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Bristol Blue. It's been 4 months. It's been a while. There's been a few things have happened in the last 4 months that's kept me from doing videos, but that's no excuse. Number one is I have a boyfriend. Never say never, right? But don't tell anybody. It's a secret. No, it's not. I may have mentioned him in a previous video, but he is actually a previous boyfriend. We split 13 and a half years ago, and we are back together, reignited the flame, thanks to his son, who invited me to breakfast. And so, anyway, we are going to do an update on all the cross stitching I have done since then. And I have worked on 10 or 11 projects. I have 3 finishes. And so it shouldn't take too long to go through this video. I contemplated doing a whip parade. I might still do that in the weeks to come. We'll see. I don't have a whole lot more whips other than what I'm going to be showing you. Obviously, for 4 months, I've had quite a bit of time to work on some projects. I think I have 5 or 6 other ones. So, but we are going to start with number 1. Was a finish. And they're kind of really, in no particular order, but it's a Stacy Nash, and it's the Turkey Hollow Farm. And I think I did a YouTube short on this, but I don't remember. It's been so long. But this was finished on September 6th. It is stitched on 36 count. Oh, let me grab a board here. It looks like I don't have one for this. 36 count beige by Weeks Dye Works. I used all of the called for Weeks Dye Works threads. I started in October 25th of 2022. Let me get the video. I'm going live only because I don't have a whole lot of time or the patience to do any editing and taking a bunch of pictures. So I'm going to go live, and this will be here for eternity when I'm finished. So there is my finish, and it will be framed when? I'm not exactly sure. That's the other thing. I've got a whole pile of finishes, and we'll probably go through a finish parade. And then I'll do a little discussion on how they're, maybe I'll do a FFO once a month or something with you. I'm not sure. But I'm working out a plan for that. So that was Turkey Hollow Farm. Stacy Nash. All right. There's that project. That'll go in my finish pile for all the other things that need to be finished. The next one is a finish. This is the bag that this is housed in. This is a bag made by me that was going to be for sale, but then I made a mistake. This was supposed to be on the back of the bag instead of this. And it ended up on the inside, and I didn't want to rip it apart. But this houses all of my Prairie Schooler Santas. So I've got all of the revisited I did a year-long subscription or stitch along, it's called, with the Happy Little Stitch Shop. So these are all of my Prairie Schooler Santas that are yet to be made. So, and then this one here I actually purchased from the Stitchville, USA up in Minnesota. I'm going to figure out where this is going here. Sorry for the glare, but I bought it for the one on the opposite side of this one, the one underneath the label. I thought it would go well with all the other Santas that I've got here. So at some point, I'll continue to be stitching Prairie Schooler Santas. I also received these stitch cards for some yearly Santas, and I have 4 others that I have not stitched. So those are also ones that will eventually get stitched someday. But I took the very first 6 that came in the order that they were received from Happy Little Stitch Shop. Whoops. Sorry about that. And they are these. So the first one is the penguins. Second one is the Winter Woods 2021. The other one was 2022. 2020 Santa, North Wind. Peace on Earth. I really like this one. Sheep. 2018. 2018, Let It Snow. He's a cutie too. And Ho Ho Ho. 2016 Santa. And this is how I did it. And it's going to be a bench pillow. I did all 6 of them in a row. Which way do I have to go here? I did all 6 of them in a row. And then, let's see, let me come up a little closer. I put a border around the whole thing, which I used one of the other Santas in the revisited thing and designed my own little border to go around all of the Santas. So that way I kind of uniformed them all together. Again, it's going to be a bench pillow. I will put a backing on it. Maybe some borders. I think I'll find a fabric and I'll cut some of this off and put a border on it. Border fabric. That'll match, but not take away from my Santas. I've got some pretty cute Kim Deal Christmas fabric. So we'll do that. And it will be like a pillow cover, so you can just stuff the pillow in from one end, and the outside edge will have a ruffle on it in a coordinating fabric. That's the plan anyway. And since I didn't get it done, I finished this on November 30th. In time to do it, make the pillow for Christmas, but didn't make the pillow cover. So that is next on the agenda, is to make the pillow cover for next Christmas. So that will be on the shelf for an FFO later in the year. And that one I think I'm going to do videos on for sure. The next one I worked on is housed in this bag, one of my Dresden plate bags. This one here, I did some additional stitching around all of the Dresdens and around the center. And this is the lining on the inside, and it's also the binding. And this is the back side of my bag. They were a very popular seller, and unfortunately, I don't have any more Dresden quilts left. And so we're keeping an eye out because we are going to be doing some shopping here pretty soon. So the next stitch that I worked on is a Teresa Kogut, Hello Halloween. And I started this on January 12th of last year. Excuse me, that's going to be a little bit hard to get used to. It's stitched on 40 count Winter Brew by R&R. And I'm using DMC. All this DMC. And this is where we are with that. I've got the first banner done. Level. I love this stitch. Love it. It is so much fun. Enjoy the heck out of this one. It is just cute as a button. And so my next work will be all of these black cats in the next banner. So I'll be doing each banner as it goes. I don't anticipate having this finished by this Halloween, but you never know, because once I get started on this, I get a little obsessed and I can't stop because it's just so much fun to stitch. I'm not lying. It's really a whole lot of fun to stitch. All right. What is next on here? So next is another finish. And this, I think I did a YouTube short on as well, but this is from Not Forgotten Farm, the Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom. I started this on October 28th of 2022, and I finished it on September 21st of 2023, just shy of a year. And this will be framed as well in a small frame. I don't know if it'll be on a stand or on a wall, but here is my cute little Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom. I just love this. Totally my style. Can you even see the house? Can you see the house? On 40 count Confederate gray. And I used all the Weeks Confederate gray Weeks Dye Works. So I used Weeks Dye Works and all the called for DMC for this one. It's, you know, I got off. I put some of the triangles in the wrong place or the wrong colors. And, you know, I just kind of went with it after that. So, but he is a darling finish. I'm excited about that one. So this one here will be on the fall ticket to get FFO'd. Into its frame. The next one housed in this bag is, and I've got, this is my needle book, or my, there I put all my threads in my little needle book there. Let's see here. Let's put that aside over here. It's a very, very large bag. And this houses Jane Hopkins, 1875. I love this. I absolutely love it. Can't wait for it to be finished. It's a very tedious one, and I've had a lot of fixing and redoing to do on this one. And whoops, there we go again, knocking my computer. I started this on July 25th, 2022, and it is stitched on 36 count Ticonderoga by Needle and Flex. And I'm using all of the millions of DMC that is called for, or the conversion part of it done in there. And it's just the basic X stitch, and there is a satin stitch on here. So this is where I am. Got that one corner finish. It's like page 1 and page 2 or something like that. I had a ton of ripping out to do over here, and then found out I needed to rip out some more. And so, yeah, it just was, I got it all finished. I've got it all completed to that corner. And then I went around and started doing the border and got down there. So she's going to be a big one. And I've got a frame that I'd love to put in, an antique frame that I want to put her in. So I'm just hoping she fits. Otherwise, we'll have to figure out some other, have to run to the antique store, take my project with, or measuring stick, and see how we can get her in a nice little antique frame, because I think that's exactly where she belongs. Because she looks very antique-ish, and I love that. All right, so next is housed in this tiny little bag. Don't have anything special for this one. All my floss is in a Ziploc baggie. I'm not doing anything special with this one. I don't know why. I love it because I've spent quite a bit of time doing it. It's a Plum Street Samplers, White Pumpkin Farm. And let's see here. I purchased this one from Country Sampler, and probably in June I went with my mom and my friend. I started this on July 25th of 2023. It is stitched on 40 count Shrekie's Tan by Needle Bling Designs. And I purchased that fabric as well at Country Sampler. I'm using all of the called for weeks dye works except for the red rocks. I was having a hard time finding red rocks at that time and didn't want to wait for it. So I used the conversion of 400 DMC. And this is where I am with this. I love this stitch. I think it's so much fun. Very, very fun. And I think I stopped only because I think I found out that this, I had the vine down like 1 or 2 stitches too short. And so I had to do some manipulating to make the pumpkin fit. But I might be able to get away with it just the way it is. I don't know. I have to go back, and when I go back to stitching on it again, we'll take another look at that. But I think that's why I stopped, is because I made a mistake and it wasn't that vine. It's down too far. Should be up 1 more stitch or something like that. But I really like that. I can't wait to have that one. I'm going to try to get this one done by fall. We'll see. We'll see if we'll make it. So the next project I worked on is housed in this bag. I've got a little zipper pouch in here that I keep that I made. It's a that I keep my thread in, and then I've got a little prototype of one of these little of this wedding ring quilt that I have. I took part of it and made a little needle book out of it. So I'm keeping my thread and my needles in there and housing it in this bag. So this one here is from it's called Across the Sea Sampler from Chessie and Me. I got this one here also on that June shopping trip to Country Sampler. I think this one here was like one of the most popular ones at the time. They had a lot of products, or a lot of finished products sitting in the store there. I started this on June 22nd of 2023. I'm stitching it on 32 count dirty linen and using all the called for weeks dye works threads. There are a lot of fancy stitches in this one, and I am enjoying this one big time. I am enjoying this. There's a rice stitch for the stripes on the flag. Do you see that? That rice stitch? It's actually really fun to do. And then the, what do you call it? Square stitch, or on the outside border. And then did I do Smyrna for the little stars in the top of that? But there is, I think this was the very end of it. So I've got to do 7 of them all the way across. And then there's another one just like it on the opposite side. So I'm enjoying this. I like this. This was fun. And I don't know, I'm big into the 4th of July stuff. Quilts I got to get finished too. So, all right, there's that. That pile to get all stacked up, put away. Then I had another finish, and this one here is actually a freebie that I got off of Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. And when this video is done, I will add links to where you can get these freebies. She's got a bunch of salt boxes. I don't have a picture of it, but I finished it. So I finished this on December 22nd, and it's stitched on 40 count Shrekie's Tan by Needle Bling Designs, and I'm using all the called for DMC that she asked for. I started it on August 2nd and finished it on December 22nd. And there is that. It is really, really cute. And I have now downloaded one for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to do as many of these as I can because I think they're absolutely adorable and just the right size to make pillows and put them in a bowl or on a tiered tray or something like that. But again, these pillows are easy to do and I can get these done really quickly. And I've got another one that's in the finished pile to be done that way. So, but this is really, really cute. I loved it. The blues. Little blueberry house. Aunt Betty's at Blueberry Buckle Lane is what it's called. And I think I downloaded actually a picture of the Valentine one that I'm going to do next. I sent it to my work email so I can print it off. Let's see if I could show you. It's this, you can see it, but it's a pink house with a blue door. And I think those are strawberries or roses. There's a key up there. And so I'm going to do that one next. So that'll be fun to show when I get that one because they go very quickly. And I like little quick finishes because it gives you a sense of accomplishment. Next one that I just recently stopped working on because I finished all of the pages, but it's housed in this bag, coffee bag. And that's my little needle book that's in there. And my Colorado keychain from the Black Hills. When I took my trip with my mom in June. So got that. This one here is Cornwall Cottage Sampler by Rosewood Manor. Working on this one. Oh, it's so fun. I wanted to do it because it feels so Christmassy. The reds and the greens, they're so pretty. It is stitched on 40 count milk and honey. It's a Newcastle linen by Fiber on a Whim. I'm using all the called for weeks dye works, which is only 6 colors. I started this on May 16th of 2022. And here is this lovely. I've got the whole left side, a little bit across the top, and then started working on the basket portion in the center. It's a lot of confetti stitching in there, but I was having so much fun with this. I really don't want to put it down. But it was time to move it on my Q snap, and I kind of didn't want to. So we'll pick this up again real soon. But yeah, it's the reds and the greens are so vibrant and so gorgeous. I love this. I've got another one I'm going to be picking up here pretty soon from Rosewood Manor, the Tisket a Tasket. You'll have to go watch some other videos because I'm ready to touch that one again. I've missed that one big time. And then the last one I've been recently working on, I'm housing in this project bag. I'm currently working on it, so my Q-snap is in here. I've got all my threads inside this little bag right here. And I've got a small little needle book that you fold over with some batting in center. I've got a knots mess here because I am trying very hard to get this one done. So I'm going to continue working on this for a while yet. But Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. This was a big hit last year by a number of different people. It's taking me a long time to finish this because I keep getting discouraged with my own project. I don't think I picked the right fabric and the right color. It was one of the stitches that I did early on in my first try at stitching on linen. I didn't even do Ada to start. So I went straight to linen and I was a little disconcerted. But I did start this on November 30th of 2021. It's stitched on 32 count green apple by X2 Designs. And here she is. And, you know, when I look at it like this, it's not so bad. But when I'm looking at it up close, my stitches are horrible. I'm not sure I like the green fabric. The basket doesn't show, the whites don't show up very well, but I am this far along with it. And you know what? I'm not going to just stop. I'm going to continue to go because I don't have much left to do. The border around here, I think there's another basket over here and then some initials in the middle. So, but I've got everything else done on the other side. So I've been working feverishly on this one. It goes pretty quickly, so we'll see. I should hopefully have this done this year. I'll have to make sure I get this put on the rotation here again very quickly once I feel like I need to start putting my needle down on it, but I'm still working on it. So I might just finish it. You just never know, because I really kind of want to get it out of my rotation right now. I'm a little tired of having it around. It's been around for a while. So that is it for the updates for my cross stitch. I'm trying to determine how long we've been doing this. Probably not even half an hour yet. But so I am going to continue stitching. I'm probably going to do an FFO in January. I will go through, do the FFO parade, and we'll pick one out and determine how I'm going to finish it and then get it done. So that's kind of like the goal, is to get one of my FFOs done or more per month, depending, because when the seasons come up, I want to have them done, ready, and displayed in my home and ready to go. We need the decoration. We need decoration. And so I'm going to do another video tomorrow. I don't have much of a quilting update. Well, I have a big quilting update. I've got a lot of quilt projects, but I've got a new one that I'm going to start tomorrow. So if you don't, this is only going to take a second, but I'm working on my mom's quilt. And I've got videos on this, but this is just this is a section of it. It's a king, queen size project. But I've got one more row to put on this, and I am determined to get this done in the next week or two, the top done. So that's what I'm going to work on today. I've got to cut out some more background pieces, 3-inch squares, so I can do traditional half square triangles. And then I need to have all of those taken care of. So I've got some done, some started, some I need to finish, golds and teals. This is Time Worn Toolbox Designs is the background fabric, and is some of the other fabrics in the quilt. It's a very scrappy fabric. So it is the Time Worn Toolbox Designs fabrics from Marcus Fabrics. And then I've got mixed in some Kim Deal and Laundry Basket quilts that match. I'm not sure if this is Laundry Basket, but it might be Kim Deal. And here's some of the other fabrics that are in here. And I'm not sure this one is either one of those. I'm not sure whose fabric that is, to be honest with you. Oh, and it's in there. But I have the backing all picked out. We have that already purchased. I got that done. There's not going to be an additional border around the outside edge, just the binding on the edge, I believe. Once I finish the quilt, put the rows together. I think this is 3 rows. This is 3 rows right here. And then I have another 3 rows hanging on the wall over there. So it's a 7x7 design. And I'll take it to my mom's. We'll lay it on the bed and make sure that it's the right size. If it needs borders, we'll get that taken care of and get that put on. But I've also learned that there is a quilter, long arm quilter, that is a friend of a friend. So we're going to use them to actually quilt this, because I think the reason I procrastinate, well, it's all half square triangles for one. Procrastinating on doing that, making all of those, because there's thousands of them. And the fact that it's so large, it scares me to quilt it on my own machine. So, because quilting can be expensive. However, I looked her up and they charge 2.02 cents per square inch and guarantee it to be done in a couple of weeks at the most. So we are going to take it there and we're going to pick out a quilting design and have her do it. And if that works out well and I can afford it, I've got a whole pile of quilts that need to be quilted. And I will do them one at a time and in the order. And I've hung them up in a closet over here, and I'll go through that whip parade too. So I hope to do a video with this quilter going forward. I'm going to, right now, I'm going to finish cutting out the 3-inch squares from these strips right here to get some more half square triangles made. I've got them done I just need to trim some of these for the teal ones, because I only need a few more. So I think I've got more than enough here made that need to be trimmed up. And then I've got some ready to go and trimmed here in all of the different gold fabrics too. So I'm looking forward to getting this one finished. So actually, yes, in the next week or two. So tomorrow I will be back online live to talk about the next project that I will be working on throughout the year. It is a block of the week with laundry basket quilts. So you can go check out her website or her YouTube channel, and she's talking about it. So I can't wait to check out the blog post tomorrow to find out what our first block is. I've chosen all of my fabrics, and I'll show you all of that tomorrow. I'm using her fabrics in blues that I have collected over the years. I've got charm squares and layer cakes, and it's a 6-inch block, and it's going to be mismatch scrappiness of whites, neutrals, and blues. So I can't wait to get that done. So I need quilts to cover 2 twin beds that I'd like to have in my guest room for when my boyfriend's children come to stay with us. So I need to have quilts on the beds. And I'm doing blue. So I'm going there. The kids like blue, and I want blue, especially laundry basket quilts blues. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed. And on the hometown stuff coming soon as well. Maybe I'll include that with this project, but I've put it on hold for just a moment for the last 4 months as well. So until I finish Mom's Quilt, that is a number one priority. Has to be done. I'd like to get it to the quilter next week or the week after at the latest, and have that done before Valentine's Day, to be honest with you, if not sooner. So anyway, thanks for watching, and check me out tomorrow. I don't know what time I'll be on. I'm not sure what time the blog post will be posted. And, once you get yourself together, cleaned up and looking halfway decent instead of sitting in my jammies, maybe I'll show up in my jammies. But I will talk about that tomorrow, and then maybe go through some of my other ongoing projects that are in rotation that need to get done. So we can probably go through some sort of whip parade there. And I don't think that would take long either. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a good New Year, and that the weather is good where you are, because we've been beautiful here. I'm not complaining. We've had a couple snow days, but it's gone same day. So I am not complaining about it. We're not complaining. I'm loving the weather this winter, and I'm hoping it continues. I hope it continues. So everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. may have a good lunch if you haven't had lunch yet, dinner, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to go make dinner too. And I will see you guys tomorrow then. Thank you. Bye now.